I want to talk to y'all about the Shedeur Sanders situation. So we know Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son. Shedeur Sanders is projected to go. Shedeur Sanders is probably the best quarterback in his draft. Some people say Cam Ward. Take your pick, really. But Shedeur Sanders is considered a top quarterback prospect in this draft. Went to Jackson State, turned that program around. Went to Colorado, turned that program around with his father, right? And Shedeur Sanders is a very talented brother. And we know since the combine, reports came out about an anonymous executive or an anonymous scout basically saying that he's arrogant. We don't like his attitude. He comes off as a selfish player. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically they felt like he didn't exhibit leadership qualities, right? Basically saying he's arrogant. And it seems like since then, his draft stock has been called into question. And even more so, his draft stock has been falling. Those are the rumors. How do we feel about this? And LB, we can start with you, bro. Like, how do we feel about this narrative surrounding Shedeur Sanders and the Sanders family in general, as it pertains to his draft stock?
It's rooted in what certain demographics in America like to say black people are. You know what I mean? In more words than not, I'm gonna keep it a bean. It's rooted in hate. It's rooted in, hey man, he black, bro. What we talking about? He black. He practiced with $100,000 chains on. You know what I mean? He flashy. He just like his dad. He's just like his dad. But he good though. That's all they should be caring about. You know what I mean? He might be cocky. He should be cocky. He should feel like he's the best guy. He's the quarterback. He should exhibit some sort of self-confidence. But to hurt his draft stock, it's crazy to me because this what people got to understand. It's a package deal, whether they gonna like it or not. Whether Shedeur go and whether Deion go, it's going to be a package deal. So a lot of people are getting a 2-for-1 opportunity if you draft in Shedeur. If you draft Shedeur, you got a high chance of having Deion Sanders be your next head coach. You got a really, really high chance of having Deion Sanders be your next head coach. So I don't think the stock is going to drop. I think he going to go in like in the top 20. You know what I mean? I don't know how high a lot of people thought he was going to go, but just the negative opinions on things that aren't football related, I don't care. I don't care about. Ain't nobody saying he missing throws, he looking bad in camp. They talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the game. So it has to be hate.
Yeah. I'm not seeing what they saying where they
No, they
saying
were
he
saying
dropped to.
they were saying he cocky. They were saying a bunch of stuff. They were saying like some of the characteristic traits are going to cause his stock to drop. But nobody not
Yeah.
saying he can't read film. Nobody not talking nothing about football. They just don't like him.
Yeah. And he's been getting that coverage since college, all
Mhm.
just because it's confidence.
Mm-hmm.
He young, rich, black, and confident. And they don't like that.
Yeah,
That's all it is. It's
and he
confidence.
and he brings like you guys said, he brings an aura to any situation he's been in. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever I heard the young man speak, he spoke with conviction, he spoke with confidence, he spoke with receipts. He said, "Listen, everywhere I've been successful. Everywhere I've been, I've turned things around." And another thing that gets talked about partially, but doesn't get talked about enough, because again, they try to say, he's not as talented as Cam Ward, right? And this is not about Cam Ward, but the reality is this goes back to kind of the Jalen Hurts conversation. They get so wrapped up in, making this kind of throw, the sidearm throw, like, the velocity and, being able to put this kind of spin on the ball. They get wrapped up in all this sexy shit. When the reality is, what did he do with what he had? Did he win? Like, who did he play with? All that kind of stuff. My thing is, when you think about the Colorado situation, that man ain't had no running back. He ain't had no offensive line. All he had was Travis Hunter, and it was everybody else. Everybody else, and he still did what he did. And my thing is, I'm more keen to a quarterback that didn't have nothing and still did what he did. He turned that program around with no offensive line and
Right.
still had poise, still had confidence. Still trust his guys. Still put confidence in his
Still
guys.
going
Right,
out there taking 12 sacks a game.
right. Still winning football games. Right. Completely flipped the economy of Colorado. Completely flipped the economy of Boulder. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's fascinating how a young brother who's never gotten in trouble, by the way, never got in trouble. The worst he got on his resume is his car got booted. That's the worst you got on him, a ticket. That's it. But they trying to claim this brother, the draft stock falling because of the way he carry himself, the aura, the energy, the flashiness. First of all, that's in his DNA. That's in his DNA. And isn't it funny how, let's just call it what it is. When you black and you exhibit those traits, you arrogant. When you look like Baker Mayfield and you exhibit those traits, he's fiery. He got that energy. He got that aura.
Baker Mayfield is one of the cockiest players in the game, bro.
Right.
Oh,
The cockiest ever. My man planted the Oklahoma flag in the middle. What game was that? When he took the Oklahoma flag and planted it in the middle of the stadium? Who was that? My man walked on the sideline, grabbed his nuts and said, yeah, it was good.
He
what
did.
You don't remember that in college?
Baker is different.
I don't
remember that in college?
That specifically.
Yeah. Baker was wild in college.
Yeah, Baker was wild. Johnny Manziel was wild.
I know now, Johnny was wilding. But they said the same thing about Johnny, though. They had a problem with Johnny.
Baker was wild too, though.
But Shedeur wasn't doing none of this stuff.
Yeah. He wasn't doing you're right. He wasn't doing none of this.
Shedeur don't be doing none of that.
Y'all know who's gonna draft him?
Who?
The Cowboys.
Who?
Shedeur.
Oh, no, they can't get up. They can't get close.
Where are they at?
They got 12. They had 12 pick.
But they got a good. That mean they got to jump. Who's it? Let me look at the draft.
Shedeur gonna be there at 12.
They're saying if y'all said last show, if the Giants don't draft him, then yeah, it's gonna be Dallas. And y'all said Giants don't need draft him.
The Cowboys are at they at 12. Okay, so listen, that means they got to get ahead. First of all, Shedeur's not making it past the Raiders. He's not making it past Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't see him making it past the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, don't count New Orleans out. Don't count New Orleans out.
Did they get
But what if they trade up?
Who's gonna get? Nah, I don't see it. Those other teams too. They need life. The Raiders need life. They need a quarterback. They need life.
The Raiders, because I don't want him in Dallas.
I feel like the Browns have to pick him.
That's what I feel.
But the Browns gonna pick Chop Robinson.
You think so?
What? Baker was wilding like this?
No, yeah, Baker was wilding. The Browns gonna pick Chop Robinson.
But what does that do for them?
Well, I feel like it's always a chop somebody in the draft.
This is the first time I heard of him.
Yeah, I never heard of that before.
I'll be hearing chop.
Sasuke says Raiders got Geno. So?
Yeah, I knew they got somebody got to pick up a bridge quarterback.
So?
But that's a bridge. Yeah, that don't mean they're not going to get Shedeur.
Cleveland got Deshaun Watson. Do they mean they're not going to pick up Shedeur?
Deshaun
Watson cooked.
Cleveland owner came out and said that was one of the biggest mistakes they ever made.
Yeah, he was blatant about that.
Yeah, he's done. He'll never play another down.
He'll never start for nobody ever again.
I'm sorry, Abdul Carter, not Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson was last year, Simone.
That's what I'm saying. Wasn't there a Chop last year?
Yeah, Chop last
year. Yeah. Damn, y'all right about that. They both went to Penn State, though, right? Did they both went to Penn State though, right?
Did they?
I think Chop Robinson went to Penn State too.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm getting mixed up.
I thought about Chop. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, but Abdul Carter. I don't think it makes. See, I'm not just thinking about the personnel decisions, right? I'm thinking about what these organizations need from a PR perspective as well. Those decisions matter too. And Cleveland needs good PR right now. They need something to take away from that Deshaun Watson stain. The owner doesn't come out and say that if he doesn't believe they need a quarterback. He said that was the biggest mistake ever. They need a distraction. Same thing with the Giants. They need a distraction. Travis Hunter is the perfect distraction for them. He's going to sell tickets. I'm
telling y'all, if the Giants make a good couple moves, y'all, I think we talked about this before. If the Giants make a good couple moves, they're going to be nice, bro.
Yeah.
They're going to be nice.
Y'all, I'm not past Dallas Shedeur, okay?
Why not?
He's not.
They need a quarterback.
No, I know. I'm saying I'm not. We brushed past that too fast is what I'm saying. That convo. I'm still on that because that's spooky. I don't like that shit. And I feel like
I'm not buying that at all.
I don't think it don't scare me because I don't think Shedeur is all like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I just don't want him to be I like them in this Tony Romo, Dak era. You know, we always know they go get in their own way. We good with them.
Jerry's not a risk taker, y'all.
I don't want them having nobody with no potential.
Jerry is not a risk taker. He's not a risk taker. Y'all heard the conversation between Michael Parsons, his agent, and Jerry? That shit getting critical.
Yeah, it's a clown show.
They do this all the time.
Jerry, Jerry, wild. The older Jerry get, the wilder Jerry get.
Jerry took it a step further this time. He said, because I forget what
Jerry said, I don't even know his name. Talking about
he said, I don't even know his agent name. Who?
What? Agent. He said, I don't talk to no agents. He said, I got Micah's number. Jerry was talking spicy. Then Micah went on the internet and added the agent, like, no deals will be done without my agent. He's the best agent in the game. I'm like, bro, you trying to beef with Jerry? I hope Jerry trade his ass. Oh my God, I hope Jerry trade his ass.
Bro, what?
Trade his ass to the Cardinals.
Jerry
trade his ass on the other side of the world. I'm telling you.
He said the other side of the world.
Y'all think Jerry don't take risks? Jerry will trade his ass for 3 first-round picks in the 4th. He will trade his ass. I'm telling you he will, yo. I'm telling you. It's a reason why he didn't get that bag yet. Jerry Jones will tag and trade Micah Parsons. I'm telling you. And that is it's only 2 ways they can get out of the rut that they in right now. You got to trade Micah or you got to trade Dak.
It's going to be hard to trade Dak. That contract is
Somebody will take it. Somebody will take it.
And then the dead cap hit they'll take is insane too. They already in the hole financially.
No. I don't think you take a dead cap hit if you trade him.
Yes, you do.
Dead cap if you trade him.
You get
somebody got to take up that tab. They probably got to pay some of it.
There's a dead cap for trades, and there's a dead cap for cutting somebody too.
I didn't know it was a dead cap for trades.
Depending on depending on what the contract set up like, it could be a dead cap hit on a trade. But dang, I didn't know all this was going on.
Yeah. What you been doing? You said you weren't feeling good.
I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't tapped into the streets yesterday. I opened my phone. I saw something with Micah Parsons tweeted something. My eyes was glazy. I said, he ain't talking about nothing. I kept scrolling.
Hey, listen,
I didn't know it was real tea.
What do y'all think the dead cap is if you trade Dak? What do y'all think it is? Just take a wild guess.
That shit got
20 mil.
That shit got to be like 90 mil. 20 mil.
Wait, Simone, what you said? You said 20 mil?
I said 20.
That's light work. That's light work.
That shit got to be like, it might be like 110.
The dead cap for a Dak trade is $148 million.
I knew it was up there because Carson Wentz was $100 million dead cap. That was the largest dead cap hit in the history at the time.
No, I think Carson's was like. Let me see. I don't think it was 100.
You don't think it was 100?
It was 33.8 million.
33 mil.
That's it.
His contract was probably 100 mil.
Yeah, the contract was in that, but at that time that was the largest dead cap hit taken in NFL history. 33.8 million.
Yeah, they're not. Jerry Jones is not taking 148 dead cap. He can't take it. He can't. The franchise is done. He won't be able to survive that because they don't even know how to take care of it. He'll
be dead before they pay that back. He'll be dead.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to pay that. He should never paid him, bro. But that's on them.
Exactly. And guess what? And guess what the dead cap is if you trade Micah? Guess what it is?
It ain't that much because he on a rookie deal.
0.
Exactly. He on a rookie deal.
0.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. Let him keep talking, bro. We've seen teams trade stars all the time. Let him keep running his mouth. I guarantee you. I'm telling you, man. I feel this one.
If they do
Where
trade
you think
Micah,
he gonna go?
Micah? Anywhere.
No, think about it like this, right? So think about the teams ahead of them in the draft. So ahead of them is the Niners, Bears, New Orleans, Carolina, Jets, Vegas, Jacksonville, New England, Giants, Cleveland. Now I could definitely see New England trading for Micah. They got the money. I don't
know. They just paid Milton.
They still got a lot of money left though. Or they just paid Harold Landry too. They just signed him too.
They just paid Milton.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe the Jets. They trade that 7th overall pick. They'll jump ahead of New Orleans, but they still not ahead of Vegas. Vegas at 6.
49ers could be a player, but they wouldn't dare do that.
I don't see the 49ers doing that because remember when you trade for them, you signing them, and 49ers been letting people go because of money situations. They traded Debo. They didn't bring back Talanoa Hufanga. They all pro safety. They let go Kinlaw and Greenlaw. They moved on from Hargrave. Like they got to get cheaper and younger.
And that's what they just did. And they would pay Michael Parsons all of that money.
Maybe the Panthers move for him too.
Oh,
I don't know. But all I know is that he keep playing with Jerry Jones. He gonna be in a different jersey.
Different area code, right?
Maybe a different area.
He probably want to go. Cause
I asked the Cowboys fan this other day. I said, would you, if you knew that you could be in the Super Bowl within the next 2 years, would you trade Michael Parsons for 3 first-round picks? If you knew those picks would turn into pieces to put you in the Super Bowl, would you do it?
Duh.
Said, I'm not giving up my best player.
What?
That's what they said?
Said, I'm not giving up my best player.